What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So a fun thing that we've been doing, I actually initially saw Justin do it, and I've noticed others have caught on to doing it as well. So I'm going to give Justin his credit for starting the recent trend of ranking certain houses from worst to best. I want to definitely give my man Justin Copeland his credit. It's due, because that's where I got the idea, and I've noticed others are doing it. So those of you that are doing it, you know who you are. Give the man the credit. He started all of us doing this trend. So I've got my 20 Mercedes-Benz fragrances, and that's what we're going to cover today, ranking them from my least favorite to my favorite. It's worst to best, but none of them are bad. It's just which one do I like the least, all the way up to what is my absolute favorite. And some of these picks in this order may surprise you, but it's just my opinion and the way I feel about them. Yours may be different. It's not every Mercedes-Benz fragrance that's been made, but it's a good bit of them. It's 20 of them. So stay tuned. Starting with one that my wife's a big fan of. Go figure that some of my wife's absolute favorites are my least favorite, because I just have so many that smell to this particular scent profile, starting with Mercedes-Benz Man. So Mercedes-Benz Man smells like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. It smells just like it. Has that musky, fresh, spicy, slight fruitiness, little woodsy, that cologne smell, if you will. It smells great. It's not a bad fragrance at all. I just have countless fragrances that do this. This is a little 30 ml bottle. Mercedes-Benz Man line's very underrated. It doesn't get the love it deserves. I never tried the Intense. I know it's more of a take on this. It's good. It's pretty good. It's like a 6-hour fragrance in longevity, nothing crazy. Smells like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. If you like that profile and you don't have a bunch of fragrances that smell like that, sure, this is a great pickup. You can get really cheap, but if you have a bunch of stuff that smells like Fierce already, wildly redundant. So at number 20, my least favorite, Mercedes-Benz Man. Now this one, because I have something that smells exactly like, this smells exactly like another fragrance. We're talking about Pure Malt in the Amen line from Mugler. This smells exactly like it. Honest to God, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have bought this. Because I so seldom, only in the winter, wear Pure Malt. So I'll never go through this, and I'll just wear Pure Malt. It's Mercedes-Benz Club Extreme. It's a really good fragrance, but if you have Amen Pure Malt, you have this fragrance already. Even though the note breakdown is not identically the same, when you smell them, it's like, wow, this is Pure Malt in a Mercedes-Benz Club bottle. It's exactly that. But the good news is Pure Malt's been discontinued for a while, so if you want Pure Malt, this pops up at discounters. Might even be in stock in the link below. I didn't check yet, but I got this from Fragrance Buy. And last time I looked, it was in stock. It might be currently. So check. There's links for all of these down below. Some of these you just can't get, so there might not be a link. And I don't want to put crazy resale prices like one of my favorites. So that's actually in my top 3. I paid $36 for it a few years ago. It ain't that no more. It's actually 2 of my top 3. Very discontinued, very expensive. So there won't be links for 2 of my top 3. But this last time I checked was in stock. And again, if you don't have Pure Malt, yes, get this. It's Pure Malt. But if you have Pure Malt, wildly redundant. Number 19, Club Extreme. My wife's favorite. This is my wife's favorite Mercedes-Benz fragrance. I seldom wear it. I only wear it for her for certain occasions when we're doing certain things. We have a very specific summer planned, because our summer as locals in the tourist area starts in August, when all the tourists that are vacationing go back home. Their kids go back to school, all that. So I live in Panama City Beach. So the local summer starts in August, going into early October. So we've got a bunch of things planned. My hard dieting for competition's over and stuff like that. We can go back to a more normal lifestyle. So I'll probably pull out Mercedes-Benz Club a time or two to rock for her, because my wife loves this fragrance. And it's not a wildly popular fragrance. It's got this hay-like dryness to it. The rhubarb really stands out. It's got kind of this sour, fresh citric smell, a little bitter, fresh, and spicy. It's unique. I actually don't have another fragrance that smells like it. And it's crazy strong. Like, I remember the first time I talked about this in a video many years ago, I remember talking about it's a Brillo pad fragrance. And what do I mean when I say that? Like, you damn near need a Brillo pad to scrub it off your skin. It's like glue. It's crazy strong. 4 sprays of this is like 12 plus hours easily, and it's loud fragrance. I do like the way it smells. I do. It's very unique. I just don't like it as much as she does, which is why it's not my least favorite. but it's far from my personal favorite. And you can still get this one pretty cheap, 20 to 30 bucks. It's still in production. It is the original in this line. I think it's no love. Mercedes-Benz Club. Next up, this is the one that smells like Sauvage. It's lavender, not Ambroxan. Who knows? There might be Ambroxan in there. But it's Mercedes-Benz Man Blue. Definitely a nice, fun, playful shower gel scent. Smells pretty much exactly like their take on Sauvage. So if you want an affordable Sauvage option, you can get 100 mLs or 50 mLs like this, or 100 mLs in that $35 to $45 range. It's not as strong as Sauvage, but it's sure a dead ringer for it. I have my ceiling fan on, so I won't be spraying any of these because it's pointless. As soon as it goes out, it's just going to drop. It's literally directly under the ceiling fan, so no point. But man, it's a good one. It is. It's just when you have so many shower gel type fragrances, some have to take the lower end of favorites and favoritism. Because like I'd rather wear something like Ambassador if I want something of this profile. Obviously, that's got more fruitiness and stuff. Not exactly the same, but they're in the same family. That's similar DNA overall. It's good stuff. It's actually really good stuff. If you don't have a bunch of fragrances that smell of the Sauvage scent profile, you might want to look into this one, especially if you like the bottles and you want to just maybe try out some stuff from Mercedes. This is a safe play to check out from them. Mercedes-Benz Man Blue. Now this is kind of the Dior Homme Cologne profile, but not really. It's more its own thing. More lemongrass, green, while still being very juicy citrus, very fresh, very, very fresh. I have 2 out of the 3 in this line. This is Mercedes-Benz Sign Your Attitude. Gimmicky bottle. You know, I'm actually going to spray this one because you kind of got to have a sweet spot with it. It's best to use like the 3 fingers. If you do 2, it doesn't really catch the sweet spot, kind of like the Amen bottles, like there's a sweet spot to press it. See, it just took off. The ceiling fan caught it. I did catch a nice little whiff of it. Beautiful citrus, fresh, green, clean, musk type of fragrance. Another one, average performance. None of these are super weak. All of these I typically get about 5 or 6 hours in longevity at minimum. Some of them a lot better than that, but it is circulating in the air. This is a good one. This is a good one. Now, done to death, fresh citrus. You don't have to have it. I would recommend the original over this, Mercedes-Benz Sign, which is ranked much higher on this list. We will get to it at a certain point. But if you're looking for a good citrus-based option from them, that'll be familiar, not reinventing the wheel, but a really good take on a great citrus aromatic profile for a hot summer. With average performance, check out Mercedes-Benz Sign Your Attitude. Now, one that I got since it warmed up, it was on the bucket list. I've been meaning to get this for a while, and I haven't really spent a lot of time with it, but it still smells really good if you like spices and different peppers. Woody spicy scent profiles, basically, with nice aromatic tone at the top. Try Mercedes-Benz Infinite Spicy. It's part of their club line. This one, they have the similar bottle to the club bottles, but the difference here is you'll notice these have a cap. There's a few of them. This is more of a signature line for the club line. There's specific master perfumers that do each of them. This is Olivier Cresp. In particular, they sign off on the bottom of them. This is Infinite Spicy. It literally shows by Olivier Cresp, Master Perfumer. So I'd love to get black leather. That's eluded me. That one's hard to find and really expensive. This line, I believe, as a whole is discontinued, I believe. Lovely wood, dry woods, fresh aromatic pepper spice. Again, not reinventing the wheel. Doesn't smell exactly like Spice Bombs, because I know some people will ask. Of that family, but not necessarily exactly like Spice Bomb. This is a good one. Can be found in the $40-ish, $50 price range. If you like spicy peppered fragrances, I would encourage looking into this one. It's actually quite underrated, underappreciated, and flying under the radar. Another one, above average performance. So this one kind of 7 to 8 hour range. Pretty good stuff if you like spicy. It's Club Infinite Spicy. Very leathery, ambery, spiced, very cold weather type of fragrance. This one had a moment in time where it had some serious love and hype. It is Mercedes-Benz Man Private. This is a good one. Very spicy, ambery, a little on the resinous, leathery side, very woodsy. It's rich, it's dense, it's heavy, it's an oriental spiced, ambery type of fragrance. This is the best way I can describe this one. Great performance. This one's like 10 hours of longevity. Loud stuff. Not going to be for everyone. Definitely on the heavy masculine side of things. Very cozy yet assertive type of scent profile. Some good stuff right here. Very, very good stuff. Very cold weather forward. Nothing I would recommend for warmer weather. I would avoid at all costs. It's just too much for the heat. But in cooler climate, if you live in a warmer climate, the little bit of cold weather you get, it'll be very strategic and situational when you'll get to wear this. But if you live in a, where you have a decent winter season, you might want to look into this one because it's one of their better offerings that they've ever put out. Mercedes-Benz Man Private. Let's call it what it is. It's glorified Versace Man Eau Fraiche. It is a little fresher. The ingredients do smell a little bit higher quality. I would say because of that, it makes it a bit superior to Versace Man Eau Fraiche for not a lot more money, but kind of the same performance, 4 to 6 hours for most people, 5-6 hour type of stuff. Mercedes-Benz Select Day, part of their Select line. So I used to have Mercedes-Benz Select. The bottle dropped, the cap came off, the atomizer hit, and it broke the atomizer, and I never rebought it. That's the one that's kind of like a Ventus. So this would have been 21 fragrances if I still had that one. Just wanted to, while I'm getting to one in the line. No, I don't have Select Night. I know you guys are going to be surprised. A lot of people have recommended it to me over the years. Haven't gotten around to it. I know it's like a cardamom spice, slight powdery type of fragrance. I've heard it's great. Eventually I'll get to Select Night, but Select Day, very much for you fresh fragrance, Man Eau Fraiche DNA lovers, has that. It's not as much of a sour citrus starfruit note, but it's a very fresh citrus, watery, aquatic, clean and musky, has that hint of fresh spice. It's eerily similar, just smells a little bit higher quality, a little bit cleaner, a little bit fresher to Versace Man Eau Fraiche with about the same performance for around the same price. Super redundant if you already have that or have fragrances that smell like it, but if you don't have others like that, Mercedes' take on it is kind of superior to it, honestly. Mercedes-Benz Select Day. Now, this is a good one. You can get this one cheap. It's kind of like Dylan Blue meets a little bit of Tonka Bean. Not Dylan Blue, Bleu de Chanel. I don't know why I said Dylan Blue. Kind of in the family, the way it comes across at the top to Bleu de Chanel. This is Mercedes-Benz Man Bright. At one point, this was a Perfumania exclusive. I did pay full retail, a little over $90 for this at Perfumania. Now you can get it for like 30 some odd bucks. I knew eventually it would get cheap. It's a Mercedes fragrance. I didn't care. I really wanted it in the moment. So the bright portion of it, why is it called bright? So at the top, it's an extremely bright, super fresh bergamot note. Super, super, super fresh and likable. Kind of in the realm of the scent profile of YEDT without aldehydes. It's kind of a similar citrusy opening to that. It kind of starts to settle into more Bleu de Chanel's profile, and then this slight powdery but yet sweet Tonka Bean note takes hold. So if you don't like Tonka Bean based fragrances, you probably won't like this. But if you do, this is one of the better ones for the money, that's for sure. That's why it's middle of the pack right here in the rankings. It's actually pretty good, and you can get it for around like 35 bucks. Don't get the testers. The testers don't come with the caps. Just word to the wise when it comes to these Mercedes fragrances. If you're getting a tester, they don't have caps. Because I do have a backup bottle tester of Mercedes-Benz Cologne, and it doesn't have a cap. So be wary of stuff like that. But if you can get the full presentation, this is a good one. It doesn't smell exactly like any one thing, but it gives me elements of Y, elements of Bleu de Chanel, with some Tonka Bean, with average to slightly above average performance. This is actually a really good blue fragrance. Mercedes-Benz Man Bright. Now we're talking about the original Mercedes-Benz Sign. So, what's this like? Kind of like Ultra Male, kind of like Eros, and kind of its own thing at the same time. It has that slight fruity, sweet tone at the top with some spiciness, a little powdery, a nice ambery tone. This is actually really good. Really good. I actually think you can get away with this one year round. Not the highest of heat, but indoors in the summer, climate controlled, absolutely. And the rest of the year, day or night, you can roll with this. This has that clubbing type DNA, though I don't club. I'm 39, happily married for a decade and a half. That ain't my thing. Anybody that's going to ask. But for those of you that are looking for things like that, this would suit it. It kind of blends the best of two all-time greats for that setting, with a few other added nuances and great performance. Now, not on the level of Ultra Male and Eros' performance, but 8-hour range for sure. You can get some life out of this. If you're in a bar for more than 8 hours, I think you need to reevaluate things, sir. Something's wrong there. And also, what clubs are you hanging where you could be there for 8 hours? Just saying. But in the setting that you're hitting the clubs, you have the nightlife, you're hitting that scene Thursday, Friday, Saturday, This is a good fragrance for things like that, and you won't have to spend a lot of money. It's around 40 bucks, and you're going to get that similar style that just works. High compliment factor. It'll definitely drag people in. It's Mercedes-Benz Sign. Now, I enjoy this line. I really do. I don't have silver. I know somebody's going to ask me about that one, the vetiver one. But Mercedes-Benz Ultimate, I am a fan. This is kind of in the realm of Greenlee meets a little bit of Sauvage, kind of meets a little bit of the original Mercedes-Benz. Cedar leaf, cypress, Virginia cedar. It's a very green, woody, aromatic type of fragrance. Has a hint of fresh spiciness to it without being a super spiced fragrance. It's good. 6 to 8 hours in longevity. Good performance. It's hard to not like. It is one of the more pricey ones because it's one of the newer releases. That's not wildly popular. Not crazy popular. I know I'm a fan. I was eager to get it when it hit FragranceNet. I haven't really seen it elsewhere besides FragranceNet. I will have a link to FragranceNet for you to check it out. I don't even know if it's in stock currently. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. That's where I got it. That's where I seem to see it in stock. It's $50, $60 range. 4-ounce bottle. I think it's worth it. If you like that style, you like woody, you like green, you like aromatic, you want good performance, you probably want to check out Mercedes-Benz Ultimate. Definitely one long discontinued that popped up. We were in a live stream one day and somebody brought it to my attention. I was like, no, that's been long discontinued. That ain't in stock. And when we look at FragranceNet, and I'll be damned, it was in stock, so I bought a 75 ml. Mercedes-Benz Sport. Yes, the bottle looks just like Mercedes-Benz Cologne. This is not Mercedes-Benz Cologne. That's much later. That's way higher up. That is, spoiler alert, the top of this list. Okay? That's amazing. But this smells like the original. Kind of that citrusy Fahrenheit cologne type of DNA, the fresh side of Fahrenheit, with some neroli. And it's even fresher. It's like this soapy aldehydic white floral type of smell mixed with the original Mercedes-Benz, the clear bottle, which is kind of like a citrus-based Fahrenheit cologne flanker kind of thing. This just enhances that freshness even more. Definitely a sporty fragrance. Super easy to like. Average performance, 5-6 hour range. Nothing crazy here. But man, it was nice to get a hold of this. This was an elusive fragrance that I never thought I'd get an opportunity to get because I didn't want to pay crazy resale prices on eBay. And then I just, I don't remember who it was that brought it to my attention that live stream that day. But thank you for that because I'm happy to have it. Though I haven't worn it a lot, I'm still happy to have it so I can revisit it whenever I see fit. Because this is a point of reference type of collection where I like to be able to reference things and revisit and re-educate myself on the profiles over time. And this is one that I'm super happy to have. That's a really good fragrance from the line. Again, thank the original Mercedes-Benz. Now add some aldehydic tones to really give it this fizzy brightness with some neroli to give it this soapy, clean floral tone. And you get Mercedes-Benz Sport. Kind of like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, but not as spicy. Aldehydic, fresh, very citrusy, fresh water smell. Aquatic tones, clean, super easy to like, bright fragrance. Mercedes-Benz Club Fresh. Not an easy one to get these days. It's kind of elusive. I'll catch a little bit of that because the ceiling fan's blowing it down so fast. Grapefruit lemon kind of thing going on. Super mega watery fresh. And again, I don't even remember if aldehydes are in here, but it smells very aldehydic, ozonic, bright. Super airy, fresh fragrance. Average performance at best. Around 5 hours-ish kind of thing. Because it's just so airy and fresh. I think 5 hours is getting lucky with this one. Super easy to like, though. Oh, man. If a super hot summer's day and you're outdoors, you're running around, you're having your adventurous type of vacation, this is a good fragrance for that. You need a refresher. You'll probably have to keep it with you if it's an all-day kind of thing you're doing. But if you're out and about for a few hours and you head back to the hotel or the resort or whatever, you can always refresh and then go on to the next part of your adventure. This is a good fragrance for stuff like that. Very much a summer fragrance, summer daytime. Just joy of a fragrance. If you ever get an opportunity to try this one, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I'd strongly encourage it. Mercedes-Benz Club Fresh. One of the better signature scent appropriate fragrances from them. I actually have a full review up on the channel for this one. It's Mercedes-Benz Man Gray. This one is not your typical run-of-the-mill type of signature scent. It's ambery, it's spicy. There's some ambroxan that gives this shower gel-like freshness without making it a shower gel fragrance. You get a little bit of a smokiness to it. It's very masculine, very professional, without being too serious, but it's also far from being a super casual type of fragrance either. So I think it's a great everyday wear because it's gonna excel in pretty much every situation, from a casual day off to a day in the office conducting business to evenings out going to dinner. This will really do well in all of those situations. It's not going to be the perfect choice for each of those occasions, but it's going to be a great choice for each of those occasions, which really adds to the versatility and makes it such a great signature-worthy scent. That's why I tout it as such. If you get an opportunity to try this one, try it. It's around 40 bucks. It's nothing crazy. 6 to 8 hours in longevity, so it's right in that sweet spot of some really good performance. It's Mercedes-Benz Man Gray. It was referenced earlier. It's the original Mercedes-Benz, the clear bottle. Underrated, underappreciated, one of the greatest cheap fragrances money can buy. It's still super affordable because you get 4 ounces, 120 milliliters for around $30. It will remind you of an all-time great in Dior Fahrenheit without all of the leather, loads of citrus here with that profile. That's why, even though I've never smelled Fahrenheit Cologne, the Cologne flanker, I bet it's similar to this. It's gotta be, God, it's so good. It's gotta be. It's got that violet smell with loads of citrus, a little bit of spice, some galbanum. There's some green elements here. Man, this is a good fragrance. I've always thought it was way too underappreciated. This is such a great offering from them. This is their original fragrance. It's just called Mercedes-Benz. And it really speaks to the brand. I think it was a good tone-setting fragrance for them, for what you could expect from their fragrance line, because look, yes, I worked for the brand for a few years, and I was quite successful at it. I loved working at Mercedes-Benz. I love the brand. I think their cars are some of the best products on earth when it comes to automobiles. They're really forward-thinking with their technologies and the luxury that they bring. I'm a fan. I was privileged to work for Mercedes-Benz for a few years, and I really believe that really carried over into their fragrances, being that when it comes to car companies that put out fragrances, granted, it's just my opinion, I think they're the best. Better than Bentley, better than Ferrari ever was, even though I got a ton of great Ferrari options. Bentley still puts out great fragrances. I would consider Bentley a very close second when it comes to car company fragrances. You have Porsche, you have Jaguar, you have all of these companies that put some good fragrances out. But I think the king of that mountaintop is Mercedes-Benz. And for this being their initial launch, I think it was a good way to set the tone for this is kind of the route we're looking. We're looking luxury, yet nothing crazy expensive, because they are a luxury brand. But fortunately for us as fragrance lovers and enthusiasts, their fragrances hit these discount sites and they're very affordable, straight up bona fide cheapies most of the time. I would say 80% of the fragrances are straight up cheapies. And they punch well above their price point. I think you really get a luxury forward designer level fragrance for some really good money. So again, just how I feel about this being their initial release and the way the house panned out overall over time, you might want to look into the original Mercedes-Benz. With that said, the follow-up, this is so much closer to actual Fahrenheit. You get more violet, more of that petroleum smell, that leathery forward feeling, even better performance, 8+ hours, super masculine, cooler weather forward. It's Mercedes-Benz Intense. Sleek black gradient bottle, this elevation. There's an argument for this being their best fragrance. There's definitely an argument for that. If you tell me in the comments my favorite fragrance from Mercedes-Benz is Mercedes-Benz Intense, I'm going to say damn right. Damn right. Great choice. I can see why that's your favorite, because it is that good. It checks all the boxes. It's a timeless DNA made their way with their own twist by master perfumers. I forgot exactly. Might have been Olivier Crespo on this as well. He's done a lot of work for them. I don't remember exactly. I did not look. Might not be him, but I think it is. Point being, they really hire upper echelon master perfumers to compose these fragrances. They use some pretty good quality ingredients while not just being loaded with naturals. Performance is really good. The likability factor is up there. It's an alluring profile that anybody that finds Fahrenheit attractive is going to find this attractive. Anybody that finds Fahrenheit off-putting will probably find this off-putting, because it's not one-to-one, but there's no denying its similarity here. This is a good one. This is a really, really good one. And for it being my number 5, that should tell you how I feel about the ones above it. It's Mercedes-Benz Intense. Some of you were wondering where it would land. Have no fear. Mercedes-Benz Club Black is indeed here at number 4. My number 4 favorite. Another one, and it goes for everything except for one. My next one is going to throw some people for a loop because not everybody's tried it, but there's a lot of people this is their favorite. And I've touted in the past that for the money, for around $50, it's probably the best affordable vanilla fragrance out there. And that still holds true. You know, there's not too much that I would say is on its level for around $50 when it comes to vanilla forward. You get smoky, you get a little bit of ambroxan freshness. It's nice and ambery. The spray is going to go down, but we're going to try to catch a little whiff. Caught a little bit of it. Beautiful creamy vanilla. Not too powdery, not too sweet. Elegant, cozy, seductive, super, super magnetic and alluring, and just going to pull people in. High compliment factor. Great date night, cool weather fragrance. It's goated in many ways. When it comes to affordability, this is one of the best affordable fragrances out there. It just is. This got a lot of hype over the last handful of years, and it's deserved every bit of it. It is that good. It's Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Now, this is the one that may surprise some of you. This is the one I was saying I won't even have a link for because the prices are ridiculous. Mercedes-Benz Club Blue. Yeah, a blue fragrance that you've probably never smelled that's actually quite simple. Lavender and orange. It's that simple. It's a cheaper smelling lavender, kind of that cloying stuff. If it's sprayed too heavy, it can be too much. I'm actually gonna give my hand a little spritz because I'm a fan. It has this cooling effect at the top. It smells like a cold metallic orange lavender opening. It's so simple, so straightforward, so easy to understand, so approachable. And so likable. It's a clean daily wear lavender citrus fragrance. Citrus aromatic. And it's very straightforward. There's a little bit of a muskiness. It's not a real heavy woodsy fragrance. There isn't a bunch of spices to support it. It's not loaded down with florals besides lavender. I don't remember the notes, but it's very, very mandarin orange lavender forward. Metallic, aromatic, a little on the soapy side. It's just so easy to like and such a simple fragrance, but it's my 3rd favorite from them. This is the one I said I paid $36 on eBay a few years ago, and literally within a month or two after I bought it, I guess it got scarce. The prices skyrocketed. It's super hard to find. I would not encourage going out and trying to get this. It's not worth the hassle or the high prices, but if you ever had an opportunity to get it cheap like I did, it's a great pickup if you like very citrus forward, lavender-based, blue-type, mass-appealing fragrances. This is an underrated gem that I'm thrilled to have in my collection. This never got love, and it never will. It's probably why it's discontinued. It never got love. But I'll be damned if it isn't great. It's my 3rd favorite from Mercedes. It's Club Blue. There's another argument for this being a lot of people's favorites, and I get it. It's my number 2. It is superior, in my opinion, to Mercedes-Benz and Mercedes-Benz Intense. It's Mercedes-Benz Le Parfum. Recent pickup that I finally got around to, that when I used to work at Mercedes, I used to smell it all the time. We had testers in the parts department, and I would smell this all the time. I just kept putting it out, like putting it off. Like, one day I'm going to get it. I will get it. I finally got around to it. I did a full review recently on it. It's nice and boozy, leathery, oriental. The oud note here just adds to that leather, slight animalic facet. It's so smooth and rich. Performance is great. I actually wore it on a hot summer's day. Maybe not the best choice, but man, I was enjoying it. I dig this fragrance. Its presentation is the best of the bunch. It's got this leather case. Actually, I have it right here still. I throw the boxes away, but I didn't throw this one away. Because it looks like a watch roll. Like a nice watch case. You know? That the bottle comes in. You could double it that. Put the little pillows and put some watches in there. You absolutely could. It's the same size. That's why I kind of haven't gotten rid of it. It's a nice leather wrapped, you know, felted interior watch case. Is basically what it is what the bottle came in. For around $40. You definitely get a lot for your money here. You really do. And Around 40 bucks, it's hard to beat. Great performance, smooth fragrance, smells of pretty high quality ingredients without being luxury niche level type of stuff. It's just hard not to like this one. Mercedes-Benz Le Parfum. And finally, the true hype beast, the hypest of the hype ever when it comes to Mercedes fragrances, Mercedes-Benz Cologne. Yes, this is actually Mercedes-Benz Cologne. Now you can see what I was talking about with Mercedes-Benz Sport. It literally looks like the exact same bottle. One says Cologne, one says Sport. They look the same. There's a slight difference in the tone of blue. This is more of a turquoise. This is more of a faded sky blue. But in pictures, you can't tell a difference. Up close, side by side is where you can see the difference. So, Dior Homme Cologne's profile, but a little deeper than that because there's a lot of orange here, not just lemonade. There's a variety of oranges, musk, and I've always gotten around 6 hours in longevity out of this fragrance. It's phenomenal. Of course, we got to spray that one on the hand. It's my favorite Mercedes fragrance. Goated. Hype justified. I've always felt like this was a worthy hype beast. That there was a time when every time it came in stock, it was flying off shelves. I don't know if I'll ever get into my 75 ml that I have sitting back there, but I got it just in case. The citruses will probably spoil before I ever get to that bottle, but I got it. Just in case, I got it. One of the greatest citrus fragrances of all time. I firmly believe that. One of the greatest citrus fragrances ever. Any of you that have tried it probably feel like that. Maybe not everyone, but the majority I would say do. This is good stuff. You ever get an opportunity, grab it. Especially the 4-ounce bottle like this. Don't overpay, because there was a time when this was going for like 35 bucks. And it was one of the best bang for your bucks fragrances out there at the time. Goated. The best thing Mercedes has ever done with their fragrances to me. Mercedes-Benz Cologne. Well, that was a long video because we covered 20 from Mercedes-Benz, ranking them from my least favorite to favorite, from worst to best. Thank you for hanging with me the whole way through. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave, so we'll be kind of quick with this sign off because it's a long video as far as the raw footage timer I'm looking at. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Y'all have a good one.